Okay, so this is question 2. So it's a simultaneous equation, as you can see. Before I do anything, I notice that one of them has one of the parts has a fraction, so I want to get rid of that. So basically how I'm going to do that is it's the second one, and I'm just going to multiply each part by 4. So if I multiply each part by 4, I get 4 by x over 2, which is 2x. I get 4 by minus 4y, which is minus 16y. And I get 4 by z over 4, which is just a plus z, is equal to 4 by 14, which is 56. So instead of that middle one, I'm going to always use 2x minus 16y plus z is equal to 56. So again, just get rid of the fraction before you use it. You're just making life easier for yourself. The second thing I'm going to do to make life easier for myself is just label 1 and 2 and 3. And then what you have to do is pick one of these to kind of start off with and see what variable you want to get rid of. And to be honest, I think 1 and 2 were the easiest for me. So they're what I'm going to go with first of all. So I'm just going to write them down. 2x plus y minus z is equal to minus 3. And then the second one, number 2, is 2x minus 16y plus z is equal to 56. So then I can see very quickly that I can get rid of the z's quite easily. So I get rid of them and I'm left with 4x minus 15y is equal to 53. So that's one equation done straight away. Again, it's totally up to yourself what a set of equations you want to use then. I'm going to use 1 and 3. 2x plus y minus z is equal to minus 3. And then 3x minus y minus 4z is equal to minus 7. Okay, so I'm going to multiply the top then by minus 4. Okay, in the last one I didn't need to do that. In this one I need to, in order to get the numbers in front of the z's the same. So minus 8x minus 4y plus 4z and 12. And then the bottom stays the same. 3x minus y minus 4z is equal to minus 7. So then my z's will cancel again and I'm left with 5x minus 5y is equal to 5. So now I've got two equations with two variables. So off I go and I solve them simultaneously. So 4x minus 15y is equal to 53. And 5x minus 5y is equal to 5. So I can see there pretty quickly that if I multiply the bottom line by minus 3, I should be able to get rid of the y's. So minus 15x plus 15y is equal to minus 15. So the y's will go and I'm left with minus, so I multiplied by minus 3. So, sorry, I just wrote this down incorrectly, excuse me. So that was minus 5x. Okay, so that's where I get a minus or plus 15x there. Okay, so then 19x, that will cancel, and then I have 53 minus 15, and that's a 38. So x is equal to 38 over 19, which is 2. I sub that in then in order to get my y, so it's 4x minus 15y is equal to 53. 4 by 2 minus 15y is equal to 53. 8 minus 15y is equal to 53. Minus 45 is equal to 15y, so y is equal to minus 3. So now I have x equal to 2, y equal to minus 3, and I just have one more to do. So it's back to one of the original equations, and again make sure it's an original equation. So 2x plus y minus z is equal to minus 3 becomes 2 bracket 2 plus y, which is minus 3, and then minus z. Sorry, my 2's look like z's. So 2 bracket 2, that's a minus 3 instead of the y, and then minus z is equal to minus 3. So it's 4 minus 3, which is 1, and 1 plus 3 is 4 is equal to z. So just to sum up then, x is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 3, and z is equal to 4. And that's it. B part 1 then, x squared plus bx plus 3 is a factor, okay? So just looking at that there, you know, what I always say to myself, if I can, is if those letters weren't there, if it was just a normal equation with 2 and 3 and 5 here and there was a 7 here, you know, what would I do if I was told something is a factor of? Well, first of all, I turn it into a root. And again, because the p there, it's quite hard to turn that into a pair of factors and then roots. So the second thing, or my second option is, so again, maybe write that down, roots or divide and no remainder. So those are the two things you should be thinking when you see a factor, okay? So I'm going to go with the long division this time. So x squared, and then I know you think I haven't read half the rest of the question, but I think, you know, it's really important that you read the first line in these types of questions, and then this part, if we focus on it too much, you know, sometimes it puts us off the question, so it's better to leave it and then see what your answer comes up like, and hopefully you'll be able to get it fairly quickly from your answer. So I'm going to use long division, and again, keeping in my head that with long division there should be no remainder. So x squared into ax cubed goes ax times, so ax cubed, multiply ax by x squared, you get ax cubed, ax by px is plus apx squared, and ax by 3 is plus 3ax. Change your signs. So they'll go. I'm left with b minus ap all with x squared. I'm left with plus 11 minus 3a all with x, and then I'm going to bring down my plus r. Okay, off I go. I've got x squared by b minus ap x squared. So what multiplied by x squared gives me b minus ap x squared plus b minus ap. So nice and slowly, b minus ap x squared. And again, don't panic. It's just b minus ap by p. So it's bp minus ap squared all with x. And then I've got a b minus ap with 3. So plus 3b minus 3ap. Brilliant. So then change your signs. Minus, minus. And just make sure your minus is with both parts here. So what I'll do is I'll put a bracket just to be sure. I know what's correct. So b minus ap, they will cancel. And then I'm left with 11 minus 3ax minus p bracket bp minus pa squared. Okay, so I'm just going to write it all out, and again we'll fix it in a minute, but I'll just write it out. 11 minus 3a minus bp plus ap squared. So that's one part, all with x. And then I've got r minus 3b plus 3ap. So that's the other bit. Okay. So I'm finished now, and basically what I've been asked to prove then is above, okay? But each part here are both equal to 0. So again, 11 minus 3a minus bp plus ap squared, all with x, is equal to 0x, okay? So 11 minus 3a minus bp plus ap squared is equal to 0. And at that point then I start comparing with what's up here. So what's up here has a p outside a bracket. So again, I'm just going to factorize there, and I'm going to say, well, 11 minus 3a, I'm going to take out the p outside the bracket. And you know what, I'll take out the minus p outside the bracket, and it's b, and inside I have a minus ap. Brilliant. Okay, again, I'm just keeping a close eye on what I have up here. So again, just multiply it out. Minus p by b, yeah. Minus p by ap is plus AP squared, so that's correct. So all I need to do then, in order to make it look like what I have, is bring it over across the line, and that will give me full marks there. Now the second bit of that then, again, it's a continuation on, it just says 33 minus 9a is equal to PR, okay? So it must have something got to do with the other part of the question, okay? So I go back, and the other part of my question said, or minus 3 bracket P minus PA, and that's equal to 0. So that was the second part of the question that I didn't use in part 1. So if I look, or if I compare both of those, okay, what this is missing, or if you like, what this is missing, or what this doesn't have, answer doesn't have a B, okay, so the answer doesn't have a B, okay, so or is equal to 3 bracket B minus PA, okay, it's getting a little bit closer. From part 1 then, we know that P bracket B minus AP is equal to 11 minus 3A, okay, B minus AP is equal to 11 minus 3A over P, and then if I use that and I say R is equal to 3, instead of B minus PA or B minus AP, I say 11 minus 3A over P, and then I cross multiply by P, and I get PR is equal to, multiply in, 33 minus 9, excuse me, I just wrote that as a P instead of an A, 9A. Okay, so again, it's a combination of both parts. So looking at the answer and knowing that there's no B in it, okay, then you go back, just manipulating, just literally getting the R on its own. That's just by comparing those two, bringing it over. From part 1, you know that P by B minus AP is equal to 11 minus 3A. Divide across to get B minus AP on its own, and then fill in, instead of B minus AP, 11 minus 3 over P, and that will give you the required answer. So part 2 is a combination of both answers from the long division.